Losing Kobbie will be a turning point, and I think it's just what it represents, man. One, we're always talking about Man United being youth. Kobbie Mainoo is a great example of Carrington working. Top talent, top player for me, 19 years old. To lose him for me will be such a bad look. Those are one of them ones where you're like, really? Kobbie's left. Imagine saying that when he scored the cup final winner just last season, that the next summer, Kobbie Mainoo would be gone. Of course, Kobbie wants a pay rise. I mean, 20k, let's have it right, that's not enough. But at the same time, I do think there's a little bit of a smear campaign being pushed a little bit for me to make it look like he's money hungry, he's money grabbing, because just the odd case we can't agree, well, we tried our best, but the guy just wanted a lot of money and fans are lapping it up. I'm already seeing online, oh, he's not worth that money, he's not worth. I'm like, this is how people start turning on their own, bro. Like, start turning on players.
Do you think Man United actually just want to sell him?
I think Man United are open to entertaining a sale, definitely, and I do think there is probably a figure that Kobbie might want and they might want, and maybe need to try and find a middle ground. But I think there's a standstill where it's like, we're not going over this, and Kobbie's team might be saying, well, we're not going that low.
How much do you think is a fair evaluation for both club and player?
I do think it will be from 90 to about 150. I think it'll be around that range.
I think personally 100k, 110k for a player of that age going into the next 5-6 years. I think for the club that Man United should be wanting to be as well too, going forward, getting rid of these massive salaries to other players, I think that would be fair evaluation for him.
If Kobbie Mainoo was 23 and he wanted this amount of money, for example, I might be like, okay, if he goes, he goes. But you know, when we're cost cutting and we're doing all this cost cutting, I'm like, cool, yeah, that guy's 26, 27. Oh, yeah, that guy's been Rashford. Okay, yeah, I hear that. But when you start getting to your teenagers who just broke through, that are meant to be like star boys or whatever, and you could potentially lose them to get in somebody for me that won't be as good, that will kind of concern me.